Welcome to the Take and Make for Teens for the second half of February. Today's teen project will be strip silhouette Take and Make, and you're going to come in and you can check out a kit like this. And within the kit, you have directions, which are simple. You're going to get a bird silhouette. You're going to get a blank piece of paper, and then you're going to get some magazine strips that are cut up. The first thing you are going to want to do is to cut out your bird silhouette. And I have two of them here. Here's one that I've done that you're going to apply on just a plain piece of paper. And then I watercolored a piece of paper that I'm going to put another one on. So there's two types of ways that you can do these birds. You can either do like this one. This is just strips. And what you do is you just have strips of the magazines, and you are going to lay them across your bird that you cut out. And you really do want to cut the bird out to begin with. So you want to make it, however the colors might interest you. So in this case, I have some with words, and I have some blues and stuff like that. And then once you glue all on, you're going to turn it over to the back, and you're going to trim the edges, and then you can attach it to the paper. The other one I'm going to show you that you can do is rolled paper. And I started one, and as you can see, I've overlapped it on my bird. It kind of looks funky there. So I did some the other day, and I'm going to show you how to roll, where'd my pencil go? Roll these today, and you have, oh, here it is. You have two ways that you can do it. You can either take a pencil, and you kind of want to start in the corner of the piece of magazine, and if you have other paper that you would rather use, that is fine. So I'm going to kind of start kind of far down like this, and I'm going to just roll. And before I get too far along, let me open. You are going to need some glue for this one, and just regular glue, whether it's Elmer's or whatever else, is fine. And the only thing what you might need to be careful is if you do cut some of these rolls, you might, whoops, well, that one I ripped. You might have to add some more glue to it. So my glue is sticking right now, so let me make sure that it's okay, because we are going to need that. And like I said, any kind of glue will do. So this one, I'm just going to start down in this corner, and I'm going to roll it. I'm going to add a little glue down here just because, and then you're going to need some at the end. So you kind of add it. I'm going to pull my pencil because your pencil does get a little hard to pull out of there. So you can either do this, and then you might have to hold the end for a minute, and then you want to pull out your pencil just to let it set. And I'm going to have to add a little more glue to this one, so that's okay. And just tuck it up. Okay, what you might want to do too is if that's maybe a little looser than what you want, you can also do it, just roll it yourself. Just start it and do a roll. So by doing this adds a little bit of dimension to your bird for you to have it can be whatever you want. So this one, I'm just straight rolling. I don't have the pencil in there, and it could be anything. You could do with a chopstick if you have. So you might get it, a little tighter if you want it. One of mine got little wide at the end, so I'm probably not going to use that side because it might not look as pretty as the other one. So in this case, let me just glue the end of this guy, and then, okay. So I have my bird, all right, and I'm going to attach some of these other ones. So I'm going to just put down some glue here. And like I said, if you trim some of them, you might find that you have to touch up the glue. And you might want to, pick where you actually attach the colors. Maybe you like this one, I kind of like the green, so I think I'm going to want to use it more than once. So I'm going to cut it in half because I'm just going to do that. I like it. And like I said, see, as you can see, it kind of loosened. So I do need to add a little glue on that guy just to kind of tuck down the edges. So, oh, that was a cute one on the money. So I'm going to put this one there. Whoops. And like I said, you can, change your mind. So I am going to put that one there, and I think I'm going to put this red one next. And I'm going to put the other green one. And I have a couple other ones here, so I think I'll be able to actually finish this bird here. Oh, let me add some more, and then I'll just show you on the back side. And I'm going to put this bird on my paper that I watercolored. And it was just poster paint. You can use, you know, whatever you have at home. Just if you want to add a background or whatever. It's your bird, just something. This is the time of year they do need a little more help, so this might remind you that, you know, maybe get some food for the birds and put them out. I have a couple feeders at home, and man, the birds go crazy. We have them here at the library, and we certainly can always tell when the weather is changing because they're at those feeders. So I'm going to trim this one up too, so you can just see. And like I said, this is the most time is going to be you rolling the paper if you decide to go that way. If you decide you're going to just do the strips, you know, it's still, you know, you might pick your colors. And like I said, this assortment, there's probably at least 25 half sheets of magazine paper in your bag. That should be enough to do whichever way you decide to do this project, whether you decide to roll it or if you decide to do the strips. Like I said, the strips give you a little flatter looking picture, whereas if you're rolling it, you're gonna get a little more texture to it. So I'm gonna trim this one, and then I am gonna have my bird covered. And you might want to have something underneath it so you don't get glue on the table. It's not a biggie one way or the other. Like I said, regular old glue will work fine. And you might need to let it just set for a minute or two so that as you trim off the extra of your paper, that they don't come off your surface. Oops, my other glue didn't stick. And like I said, you do want to overlap it, and you're like, wow, that looks like a hot mess. But that's why you cut out your silhouette to begin with, because then when you turn it over, you can see where you're going to cut. It's going to make it a little easier. So I had already done the face before up on the head part, so I'm just going to cut off the extra. And you can send paper everywhere. Like I said, it's kind of a neat thing to do with some magazines you have hanging around. I mean, we've made paper beads in the past. So I'm cutting him up. I'm going to cut the bottom of him. I just want to be a little careful of the ones that I've just added, because I don't know that they've set long enough. And again, these are for the remainder of the month. It's the teen take and make. Just stop at the front desk, and or if you come and you do curbside, you can just ask for it. We still have some of the perla beads, there's snowflakes, so I'll keep cutting it, and then like I said, I'm going to mount it on my paper so I have a slightly different bird. And I hope you enjoy doing this craft for this month. Again, it's intended for teens grades 6 through 12, and I hope you have a great day.